Hello everybody, good morning, Caleb here. Wanted to share some information about honing on black arcs, or any Arkansas really. This one's still wet, but hang on a second. A lot of people have trouble on their finishing Arkansas stones. They use oils that are too thick, and they refine their stone too much. And basically the edge traps the oil between the stone, in the pores of the stone, and between the surface of the stone and the surface of the edge, and it can't touch the stone enough. And then you go the other way and you try to use plain water. Well, Arkansas stones are pure abrasive, 99.9698, something like that, pure, and they're very hard. So if you use water, your edge comes through and binds microscopically and chips your edge right off. So you need some slip. This is dry now. As you can see, I've used it for years, and it has gotten, from the angle, you can see reflection off of it. But it's a true hard surgical black. From the front, it's not really reflective, is it? I took this one up to 600 grit SiC, silicone carbide grit, years ago. And I use on this stone and others that are dressed like it, I take a little container about like this, and it's got measurements here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ounces, I believe. I put 1 ounce of baby oil, and on top of that I put an ounce. I put an ounce of this first, an ounce of baby oil in the bottom of this, and then I put an ounce of detergent or dish soap on top of that. So an ounce of baby oil, an ounce of dish soap, and then I put 4 ounces of water on top. Okay? Then I shake it up, and you get a consistency about like that. As you can see, it's kind of watery, but it's not water. Out of 6 ounces, 2 ounces is soap. You can see that it gets kind of if you tap it hard enough, it gets a little bubbly, but it's really thin. See that? Really thin. Now, what that does is it lets your edge touch the stone. Pardon me 1 second. Set that down real quick. But it doesn't let it bind. And it also doesn't gum up your stone. Now today, I'm just going to use my Parasso Omega bore, my Northwest American's Best West Shaver Club Maria Armand shaving bowl with Brian Postlethwaite's nice tallow-based sweetgrass. I love this stuff a lot. I hope today has found you all well. Hope you're all doing great. I realized yesterday when I posted my formula, I mixed up the water with the oil. That's what happens when I try to do things when I'm still asleep. So I reposted it on all the places that I posted it, I think, with the correct tolerances, or amounts, ratios. Excuse me. Clean up my face and stuff. Alright, let's get started. I don't know what everybody else has been doing, but I've been working a lot. Nice close pass. Now you could use glycerin, I suppose. But it's really touchy stuff, in my experience anyway. And it tends to evaporate at an uneven rate. And that can cause you great problems, as your arcs are very hard and they'll grip the blade and snap off little bits of it. Got a little scar there, little knot right here, sticks up, causes me trouble sometimes. Now I don't know how fine that particular surgical arc is. This edge is from that stone. I would rate it as a finisher only. I'm going to use synthetic pre-progression. I will go up to 5 to 8,000 at least. 8,000 makes a quicker job of it. Excuse me. Now that particular black Arkansas is from the Natural Whetstone Company. I've heard people say things like, it's a good first pass, that Natural Whetstone Company aren't quite as good as other stones. I think that's pure malarkey or jealousy. Or just naivety. People being unknowing jerks. Or not knowing how to dress each stone. Not all the stones behave the same way. They're natural stones. You gotta learn them. Or why are you wasting your time with them? You can dress an Arkansas stone too fine and it just won't cut or polish. Why? Well, you've killed it. They're what they call a hard-wearing abrasive stone. They don't shed grit like Japanese naturals. They don't refresh like water stones. You have to learn how to keep them going right. And if you're not willing to invest the time, then you shouldn't talk about them. Beautifully close shave. From what I can see, most people's problems come from the pre-work. Either they're not using their soft and hard Arkansas before they go to their finisher, right? They're getting in a hurry. They're not checking their edge. Or they're relying on paste to cover their mistakes. Nothing wrong with paste, but if you're just relying on it to cover your mistakes all the time, every time, you're never going to completely master any stone that you're working on. Nobody is the master of all stones. Everybody's got a stone they can't quite get. And every stone has something that it does better than the next stone. No stone is a one stone home from truth. We all know that by now, I hope. Alright folks, I'm going to let you go. Hope I haven't been too boring. Y'all take it easy. It's a really nice shave. Really close, really comfortable. I'll see you soon. You have a great Monday. Bye.